عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على خير المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وكل من اهتدى بهديه إلى يوم الدين، واحشرنا اللهم معه يوم الدين يا رب العالمين. اللهم آمين. خاطرة إن شاء الله سريعة some thoughts on الصدق, truthfulness, being true. الصدق يعني تعريفي أنا هو مطابقة بين الواقع وبين المقول، بين الواقع وبين المدعى. صدق or truthfulness and being صادق, being truthful is to be identical, to identify what you say with what's real, to be straightforward. الصدق, it will have to do with everything for the Muslim from the very beginning of faith. فالصدق يدخل في العقيدة. Are you صادق? Are you truthful in your إيمان بالله عز وجل, in your faith? يعني we just recited Allah عز وجل يقول يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وكونوا مع الصادقين. O you who not who accept Islam, O you who are faithful, who are believers, who believe, have taqwa to Allah and be with the sadiqun, be with the truthful. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing the believers and He is telling them two things. The second of them is to be with the group of the truthful. What does this mean? It means that not all believers will be truthful. Not all of them will be, because Allah is saying believers, be truthful. Be with those who are truthful. So they are not truthful, they are not sadiqun, levels. You got to get to the ultimate level of sidq. The Prophet ﷺ was the example for that, even before being a prophet. How he was known to his people in Mecca, two names, As-Sadiq, Al-Amin. He was known to be the truthful, the trustworthy, alayhi salatu wassalam. He says, and it's straightforward, and he means it. فَهَلْ نَحْنُ صَادِقُونَ Amr min Allah, it's an order from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be with the sadiqun. Quickly, let's make it simple. Let's not talk about definitions and stuff. As-sidq fil qawl. Are we really, when we say, is it the reality? Sometimes it's an obligation of the tongue. An obligation of the tongue. فرض على اللسان. ألا يقول إلا الصدق. Is to only say the truth. ألا يقول is to say only the truth. دع ما يريبك إلى ما لا يريبك فإن الصدق طمأنينة وإن الكذب ريبة. The Prophet ﷺ said, leave anything that involves doubt and go to those that do not have doubts. You don't have doubts, you feel comfortable doing that or saying that. Because indeed الصدق طمأنينة, truthfulness or saying the truth or being about the truth is طمأنينة, is tranquility, peace, harmony. You don't have to make up anything. You don't have to remember anything later on. What did you say? Because you said the truth, and you always say the truth, it's easy, simple. وَإِنَّ الْكَذِبَ رِيبَةً Lying, saying something false, not right, is riba. It will make you in riba, in doubt, not comfortable. You have to remember a lot of things. Sidq, being straightforward in what you say, it should be the reality. You say you love Allah. You say Quran, you read Quran. You say I'm Muslim. We're not comparing here Muslim and non-Muslim. No, we are within the levels of Islam. But are we really sadiqun? True, we mean it. When we pray right here, not everybody get to the same level of connection with Allah. Not everybody get to the same level that we feel in Ramadan, for example, or in certain times when you pray in the Kaaba, mashallah, or in the Masjid al-Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. You yourself, you taste the time when you are sadiq, sincere, and you pray as salatun sadiqa, a true prayer, you feel it. So we need to be always saying the truth. We need to be always about the truth. Sometimes you might make false things, fake things. In our relationships, for example, some people might get closer to others by showing some emotions, but they are not truthful. They are just making up, trying to get closer to this person, befriending this person. This is kazib. You don't mean it. You don't mean it. A lot of people cheating. They might cheat on a girl to get the papers, in a girl to get her money or something. that's cheating. You're not صادق. Be straightforward in your emotions. Be straightforward and be صادق in your transactions. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول البيعان بالخيار ما لم يتفرقا فإن صدقا وبينا بورك لهما في بيعهما. The two people, the two partners of any transaction, they are like بالخيار. Everybody has the choice to get to this transaction or not. They have a free time after selling, you know. But the point of the hadith, the second half, he said, فَإِن صَدَقَا, if both of them will make sidq, will say sidq and make sidq. What does this mean? The person who is selling, he should say the truth. وَبَيَّنَا, and he should make clear the defects of this product. We might see some the other way around. You know it has a defect and you hide it. And you try your best to hide it somehow, so that's kadhib. And the Prophet says, if both of them will be straightforward, they say the truth, they say everything clear, بُورِكَ لَهُمَا, the barakah will come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the blessing, Allah will bless this transaction. فَإِن صَدَقَا وَبَيَّنَا بُورِكَ لَهُمَا فِي بَيْعِهِمَا. So in our transactions, we have to be صادقون. In the time if you are hired by someone, you work for someone, and you are hired to work 8 hours, for example. Well, you can always cheat when it comes to time, especially if you don't have supervision or something. But who are you cheating? You're dealing with who? That's not sidq. You're hired to work 8 hours, you have to work 8 hours. So sidq will have to do with everything in our life, with our sayings, with our actions, with our faith, to begin with, our faith. آمنوا اتقوا الله وكونوا مع الصادقين. It's an order from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be with the صادقون. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the example for that. In our transaction, in our dealing, he was always saying the truth. Even with his enemies, he made certain things legal, permissible, to say to say something when you are in the battlefield, for example, enemies, spying and all of these, you can say something that's not right. But he never said it, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He never did it, alayhi wasallam. One time he was asked by the enemy or by someone if he knows the identity of him, he would lose the war or something. He would go to the enemy and tell them, قال مما أنتما? Where are you from? Mimma in Arabic can be what are you from? Where are you from? Or what are you from? They said mimma. There was a name of the city by the name of ma, water. He said we are from ma. In Arabic it can mean liquid. So he meant sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that we are created from the liquid, which is the semen. And what the other person understood is something else, the city of Ma in Iraq. So he never says, even when he's joking, alayhi he would always say the truth. A person come to him and said, Ya Rasulullah, يستحمله. He wanted the Prophet ﷺ to give him a camel, so he would join his army. He doesn't have a right. قال سأحملك على ولد الناقة. I'm gonna provide you with a baby camel or something, or the son, the male, the son of the camel. He said, well, Ya Rasulullah, وما يغني عني يعني a baby camel will do. He said, all camels are babies of camels. Like every camel, ولد الناقة إلا ناقة وهل ولد الناقة إلا ناقة. So he might say some jokes. كان يقول لأنس يا ذا الأذنين, boy of 2 years. Boy of 2 years. Everybody got 2 years. So he would say some jokes sometimes, but he say the truth. He never say anything right or left, even when he is joking. فلنعد إلى الصدق أيها الأكارم تحقيقا. لا نقول نحن يعني لسنا بصادقين، إنما نحقق معنى الصدق. صدق العبودية. Truthful, being truthful and being servants of Allah. صدق اللجوء والالتجاء لله عز وجل. Being true when we raise our hands and make dua. Many times, I can tell you, many times we say things that we memorize. Allah, ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة. We say things that we don't. Are we really truthful? Do we mean it? Let's mean it. Let's be truthful in our dua, in our tawakkul. When we put our trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when we pray, when we say we love Allah, let's have sidq in all of that. Let's have sidq in our relationships with our children, families, with people around us. Let's be straightforward. That is the very core of Islam. We have some sifat that could be, additional things recommended to get or something. But we have other sifat in Islam that are basic. You have to have. Sidq is one of them. Being truthful is one of them. You cannot be a Muslim if you are not sadiq. If you say Islam or do Islam and you don't mean it, that's nifaq. You don't mean it, it's not in your heart. So let's have inside and outside the same, identical. So we'll be صادقون. Let's have everything in our life based on a sidq and try our best to strive towards this. May Allah Azza wa Jalla يجعلنا مع الصادقين. May Allah make us amongst and with those who are truthful. اللهم احشرنا معهم واجعلنا منهم يا رب العالمين. اللهم ارزقنا الصدق في جميع أقوالنا وأفعالنا وأعمالنا يا رب العالمين. Allah make us truthful. Make us truthful and give us the truth in all of our actions, in all of our sayings, in all of our transactions, in everything يا رب العالمين. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. وجزاكم الله